Alright guys, so today we need to talk about some next-gen facts. This is Kyber1, and my channel is usually dedicated to the tabletop role-playing game experience. But something that really bothers me is when I keep on hearing how much more powerful one console is over the other, when we all know that power doesn't matter. How well next-gen games look on one system compared to another doesn't matter. The Nintendo Switch, the least powerful console this generation, which has been out for 2 years, has outsold every single version of the Xbox One. That is a fact. The Nintendo Switch has a larger following than the Xbox One. And it is far less powerful. And today we are playing Arthur Morgan in his suicidal adventure of dreamy fantasy. Well, that didn't go well. All right, we're gonna try to impose some self-harm here. Oh yeah, don't worry, he's durable. Okay, so one of the other things I would like to point out is the fact that we have a problem. And part of the problem is that people saying that the Series X games are going to look better. When are they? Really? I mean, yeah, Red Dead 2 looks great on the Xbox One. No, sorry. Not just the Xbox One, but the Xbox One X. Also, dumb naming conventions. We're done with those. If dumb naming conventions are your things, then the Xbox might be great. Nintendo at least changes it up to sound unique every time. Okay, the Wii U was a mistake, and we all know this. Nintendo course corrected, and I'm not really playing, obviously. I just threw my guy off of a cliff not too long ago. But the problem becomes okay, see, now I'm dragging Mad Preacher around. This is good. My character is clearly a psychopath, and that's his goal in life. Remember, Arthur Morgan is a criminal, and so far I have played him as a good character. Whenever I do something crazy, I never save it, you know? I reload because I like to keep my resources, and if I want to have fun, that's on my time. Okay, so Unreal Engine 5 stated that you will have detail down to the pixel because a polygon can be rendered at the pixel scale. There is nothing smaller than a pixel, and because nothing is smaller than a pixel, we know that that is as high detail as you can get. So finally, your 4K television and all that will finally be able to be useful. And I think that preacher's dead now. Oh man, that's great. That's good stuff. So, not only that, but in all this time, we've discovered a couple important facts. Okay.
This is a misunderstanding. Well, there you go. Help me. Somebody help. Damn way.
Okay, so sorry about that. I am actively being the world's worst person, and that is fantastic. I play games to play games, and I'm currently playing a game. Yeah, see that? My horse, known as Beater, learns tackle. Okay, so yeah, just like a Pokemon. So yes, Unreal Engine has released next-gen videos every single time. In-engine videos on Unreal Engines 1 through 4. Finally, they come out with a tech demo that is based in-world, where you can actively do things. Not just a video. And for the first time, we see something being used. And it was not optimized for PlayStation 5 because they wanted to show that you could utilize Unreal Engine in this way at a minimum, without optimization, without much preparation into it. And did it look amazing? Yes, it did. And then if you're one of those people that says, oh, it wasn't true 4K, neither is the Xbox Series S. A console that claims next-gen performance, but does not hold that crown. Okay? Microsoft is screwing up. Am I a Sony fanboy? Yes, of course I am, because I can't wait to get a Nintendo Switch because they're not in stock. If Xbox is so great, why is the Xbox One base 2013 model, why doesn't it have anything like Breath of the Wild? Okay? Breath of the Wild could technically run on an Xbox One. In the technical aspects, I'm not saying that it would ever, because obviously Nintendo owns Zelda. Don't get me on that, because you can't. Because we all know what I'm talking about here. We're talking about game quality. Okay? And Microsoft has nothing to show for that. Remember the 2011 Tomb Raider reboot? That was great. And I love the 2011 Tomb Raider reboot. However, I don't care for the one that came out next. Tackle Attack! Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, so we have a problem then.
Come on, follow me.
Okay? Because Microsoft hasn't had any real games for years. I would like to make a shout out here for Saints Row the Third Remastered. It looks phenomenal. And I'm playing on a base PlayStation. I have no problem playing a game on a base PlayStation. Why? Because I'm not rich, and I am sure not going to pay $1,000 for several of the same exact experiences repeatedly. I don't have a job that can afford that to me, and that's not the gaming industry's fault. I mean, why would I buy a console exclusively for games that I could get on the console I already have? Oh, they look a little better. That's dumb. That's dumb. Now, as you know, I'm clearly a psychopath. So here's what we're gonna do. Yeah! using my psychopathic powers. Yes. See, now this is a game. Why is this a game? Because it looks amazing. Right? No. Because it's fun. Fun is the important part. Would you ever do this in real life? You better not. It's great. I mean, I love the insanity that you're allowed to experience in games like Red Dead. Why? Because it's just fun. And if I could have this experience on the Nintendo Switch, I would. And when I lose resources, I don't like to do that on a permanent thing. I don't care. I'm enjoying the experience I'm having. Okay? And the obsession with the trophies and the achievements is disgusting. Oh, look, my gamer score. No. If you're not playing games to have fun, and you just run through and beat an experience, does that make you some sort of gamer? No. Otherwise, people wouldn't be playing Fortnite. Okay? Oh, but, Kybram, there's a story in that game. So? Not all stories are good. I play story games for stories, yes. But you're talking about an open world game that merges a story. I get to do whatever I want, and that's the perfect game. Right? It's great. Back to what I was saying about Unreal Engine, though. I have no script here at all. So, if you could have detail down to the pixel, okay, why would I care? Why would I care about anything else? I don't understand how another game is going to look any better when right now, as you can see, you've seen it yourself, we have these incredibly long and uncomfortable loading times. Loading times matter because loading times detract from fun. Okay? And with what I've seen, when Austin Evans was in the Xbox thing and revealing the Xbox console with old games, you still had graphical pop-in on State of Decay 2. Okay? And I don't understand that. People are so obsessed with something until Microsoft can't do it or they reveal something weak, and then they're okay with it. Why? A game is meant to be played. Why are you still talking about...
Let's go, boy. Here.
Why would I care? And honestly, this is the worst I've ever been. And come on, this is not just a PlayStation issue right now. It's like he's about to dive in this guy's pocket right here. Yeah, okay. Batman.
Hey, stop there a minute, will you?
Batman. The problem with the obsessive amounts of garbage being spewed over which console is better is ridiculous. Did I buy a PlayStation 4 for power? Because the PlayStation 4 was more powerful? No, I was a day one PlayStation 4 purchaser. My 2013 PlayStation 4 still works. I have had zero problems essentially with my PS4. Why do I care? Why do I care about things that don't matter to me? It just doesn't make sense to spend all this effort and energy in trying to convince me that the only reason why people bought the PS4 was because it was more powerful. No! Xbox tried to tell you that, oh, guess what? You don't own any of your stuff. Yeah, you need a code with your disc. They wanted to give you PC games. Then they wanted you to exclusively trade them in a retail environment. PlayStation destroyed that bold narrative with the short little video of Shuhei handing the disc to another dude. It's absolute garbage. Nobody wanted the Kinect. You know the reason why the Kinect sold so well with a 360? Because that was the cheapest way to get a 360, which was the last time Xbox consoles had great exclusives. I had 4 Xbox 360s. Why? 3 of them died on me, and I had a game collection. Okay? I had a game collection on the 360. But you know what? These were single-player experiences. Microsoft wasn't making money on their gold subscription with me. They lied to me. They told me I would have a better Xbox Live experience for gaming when they locked... for a while there, they had video services locked behind the Xbox Live Gold paywall. YouTube was locked behind a paywall for a time. The internet browser was locked behind a paywall for a time. Okay? PlayStation never did that. Never. Xbox locked the ability to chat with your friends or send text messages to your friends, you know, the little text chat thing, on their system. If you didn't have their garbage, PlayStation never did that. And I'm tired of the garbage narrative. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on keeping my guy up, even though I'm gonna kill him. But it's fun. It just becomes distracting. Screw it. I'll ride the horse. You guys are right. So, Microsoft released under a falsehood of pro-consumer action. Yeah, you know what? They did correct their garbage. But the thing is for me, it's too little, too late. Why is it too little, too late? Because they're not utilizing their next generation hardware. Why aren't they utilizing their next generation hardware? They're not showing anything on it. I'm a console gamer. Why? Because PC is frankly too expensive for me to worry about. PC gaming is too much of a hassle for me to worry about. Okay? Like, it takes far longer for me to start up my PC than it does to start up my PlayStation. Okay? When I want to game on my time. Are there some great PC gaming experiences? Yes. Absolutely. And I think I was just threatened. That's what you get, homie.
Get the hell away from here.
Let's duel. Yeah, all right. So the problem with the problem with all of this is the fact that we have zero reason to buy the Xbox Series family of consoles. You always build to the least common denominator. It's simple math. Okay? The reason why I didn't get a PS4 Pro is, yeah, things might look better, but a lot of people are complaining about that jet engine sound. Did I not buy the PS4 Pro for the jet engine sound? No. Because I'm already having a good experience. I'm not obsessed with everything needs to look better. No, everything looks fine. If you have a problem with the way something looks, that's not a problem with the game or whatever. That's a problem with you. Okay? Like, Super Nintendo games look better than a lot of games on the PlayStation, even some that are on the PS2. Like, they're still far more playable. Go and play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Right? On the Super Nintendo, or the Super Nintendo Classic. I believe it's even on the Switch right now. I really want to switch. I'm not saying I want to switch from PlayStation over to Nintendo. No, because some third-party games, like the game I'm playing right now, Red Dead Redemption 2, are great experiences. But you don't really have that as much on other systems. Like the Switch, for instance. I really hope Octopath Traveler, a game that's not high definition or what, I don't care. Octopath Traveler is great. I love JRPGs. Okay? That's what got me into gaming. Like Zelda and role-playing games. My favorite game of all time is called Dragon Warrior. Okay, so it's actually called Dragon Quest. But the American version of Dragon Warrior, or Dragon Quest if you will, it's I need to teach these guys a lesson about manners. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful, guys. So I love role-playing games. Dragon Warrior. So in Dragon Warrior, they updated the graphics from Dragon Quest to Dragon Warrior. They made waves along the beach. It's on the original NES, but that's back when localization was actually an improvement to some degree. I really want to see Final Fantasy VI and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 come over to PS4 or 5. Like, I love those experiences. And it just bugs me that there are a lack of features. There's a lack of care with what's going on with Xbox. How can you say people only care about power when more people own Nintendo Switches than Xbox One family of consoles? The Xbox One X was a commercial failure. Their Elite controllers are garbage. They have issues a lot of the time, according to what I've heard from people that have bought them. And honestly, when you're pressing the D-pad on the Xbox One, you guys notice that clicking sound every time you press the button? Like, it's more like a snap, not just the click. Like, when I press the D-pad on the PS4, you don't hear anything really. It's very well padded, and it's a smooth experience. The PlayStation 4 has this little divot in the middle for your thumb, so you can easily rock your thumb around. Woo! Texas! So, you can easily rock your thumb around to hit your 4s and 8s. What do I mean by your 4s? I mean up, down, left, right, and 8s are the directions in between those. Top left, top right, bottom right. So, I don't feel that there is any significant enough advantage to the Xbox, because without exclusives, oh god, he's bringing up exclusives again. Come on, go play Crackdown 3. Even Randall Thor said that it's a chore, right? You shouldn't be playing a chore. Like, I don't understand why Xbox, after the 360 with great games, which almost made up for that experience, I just don't understand why. The experiences we have matter. And if people are going to complain about what I'm doing during this gameplay session, it's a game. It's not real. Like, do I fantasize about this? No.
No time to die. All right,
Take that, chicken! I just don't see the point in any of this garbage. It doesn't make sense. Power has never mattered. Power has never built a house for consoles. But when people were expecting a next generation gaming experience going from the 360 to the Xbox One, and then they announced that, oh, look, hey, look, Witcher 3 isn't graphically as impressive on the Xbox One, pixels wise, as some 360 games. There's a problem. You want a next gen experience. The power narrative only persuades Xbox gamers. And what I mean by Xbox gamers is people that care about quote unquote system power. And then
what do you think you're doing?
and then when you go away from that narrative,
Get lost. Will you? You looking for trouble? Damn.
when you go away from that narrative, it doesn't make sense. Like, it just doesn't. Why, if power mattered, why is the PS4 Pro outselling the One X? Oh, it's late in the generation. Yeah, they both launched late in the generation, didn't they? The Xbox Series, or sorry, the Xbox One S even has a 4K Blu-ray player in it. I don't think the PS4 Pro does. I don't know, I don't have one. I'm not a Sony pony. I'm not here to sell you on PlayStation. I'm here to tell you that I like games. And I think games should matter. But what doesn't matter is the minute differences that will be present in the next generation. Everybody's saying how, oh, well, next gen doesn't really look that much better so far. You know, when we're talking about like Ratchet and Clank, when we're talking about several other games not being graphically powerhouse, I mean, come on. For the first time in gaming history, you're going to have a console that utilizes the exact same assets in a cinematic that they're using in gameplay. Both systems, I don't care. Both systems will do this. You know which one won't? The Xbox Series S. Which means they're going to have to take time to break down the content. And when they break down the content, you know what they're going to be doing? they're going to be re-editing the content, which takes time away from getting the game into our hands. That's what lowest common denominator means. You're not going to have an Xbox Series X release without an Xbox One or Series One or Series S release. XS, blah, 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 blah. You're not going to have that. And if you do, you should be really upset. You should be really upset. Because there are games on the PC that are Xbox house. Wow, that's impressive. And so they're on the Xbox, or sorry, they're on PC, but they're not even on Xbox. And homie, don't play that. Yet every single game you get on your Xbox is going to be day and date on PC. They don't care about you Xbox gamers. They just announced that the cost of your subscription for the PC has increased.
Okay. You kidding me? Yeah.
I wanted Xbox to sell me on a next gen. I didn't buy an Xbox One because I didn't see the value. They were telling me I wouldn't own anything because the ability to own something means if I don't like it, I can trade it in. And you know what I couldn't do according to Microsoft? Trade it in on my time with my own free will. I don't like that narrative. It's garbage. I realize that's not what happened in the long run. But that is the vision they were trying to sell you on. You're not going to own Games Pass. You're going to be leasing your console. Just like many of these people with these quote-unquote upgrade options are actually leasing their phone. They don't own their phones. It doesn't make sense. I'm tired of people telling me that power matters when sales prove that it doesn't. When interest proves that it doesn't. You have people that will spread misinformation about their favorite console. I hate liars. And if all you get with the Xbox are lies, then count me out. I love this. Like, you're seeing these people, like, re-enter the world. And that doesn't bother me because I know that this is this gen. Will it happen in next gen? Probably. I'm going to be the first to be real with you about that. But you know what? I'm having fun. Nobody's watching this, but do I care? No. This is going to be archived. And I'm waiting to go to an appointment. So what do I care? I am having fun playing a game the way I want to. Wow, that's the first time that's happened. So, I mean, if you want to play a game, you gotta try to break the game, okay? This game looks better than Halo Infinite. I'm not seeing any of the pop-up. Look at these trees. These trees, look, they're moving. There's stuff going on. Looks better than Halo Infinite. I don't understand Microsoft's sales pitch. I don't understand lying about the purpose of power. I don't understand the fact that they came out multiple times with different stories on what was so special about the Xbox. I just don't get it. When you have liars that are selling your platform, what do you think is going to happen? People are sick and tired of the lies. People are sick and tired of the misdirection.
Hey there, folks.
And when it comes down to it, this is what it comes down to. I wanted a reason to buy an Xbox One. I did not get a reason to buy an Xbox One. I do not own Cuphead yet, but I intend to purchase it. And that's what buying an Xbox is like. You dive head first into it. But ultimately, it wasn't enough. You didn't have that experience that drove you to keep playing on it. You have so many YouTubers that aren't actively playing games. You have so many YouTubers that are just talking and they're not enjoying the experiences they're having. And all this goes to prove that Microsoft was right. Their next generation is Games Pass. So what is the absolute point in Games Pass? And if you want to pay $35 a month for an Xbox Series X, 12 times 35 is 70 plus 350, so $420 over 1 year. So you're looking at $840 for all of those shiny perks, and you get EA access. And honestly, it's not a bad deal if that's the experience you're into. But I don't care about all this multiplayer stuff. Like, the last time I really enjoyed multiplayer was in a PlayStation 3 game called MAG, which was the biggest at the time multi-person shooter. I know. I didn't know what else to call it because there were a lot of people in a match, and that game did not get enough love. Zipper Interactive had to buckle it. But wow, honestly, it was fun, and the progress system wasn't too intrusive, and you got some cool perks. And I really hope Warzone utilizes a lot of the stuff we learned from that. I'm a tree hugger. No, in the game. Like, that's why I ran headfirst in that tree. Like a rock! Oh yeah, this is my '02 Ford Mustang. Yeah, she's a beaut. Or is it a guy? I don't remember. um,
You okay, boy?
the problem I have is exclusively an Xbox problem. Because regardless of what Phil says, if we did what he wanted and had 0 exclusives on all consoles, there would only be one console. Like, who would buy another console if there was only the most powerful or something less powerful? But then again, a lot of developers who are frustrated with Microsoft's little obsession with multiple freaking consoles. Like, how many versions of a game can you optimize for? But then again, there's the problem. Optimization. Okay? You want to know the real reason why they're going with Direct 12 Ultimate or whatever? It's because the DirectX is designed to make things run regardless of optimization. No PC can be fully optimized. You know what can be? Specific hardware. I don't believe Microsoft has any intent on optimizing their games. They may say optimized, but I don't believe that's what they mean. And why don't I believe that they mean optimized? Because nothing's fine-tuned for it. There's too many variables. They're going to give you the amount of effort that is minimal for the product you get when they have different SKUs to work towards. It's like when you're at work and you have far too many tasks to get done in an 8-hour day. And let's say you're working those 8 hours and your boss just keeps on handing you more and more tasks and you have deadlines. You have to put the most effort into the products that the most people are going to see. You have to, because that is your job. Your job is to deliver. And that is why some companies have rushed games in the past. Okay? And there's your WWE moment of the day.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And I realize that you guys are probably gonna poke fun that, oh my god, he's a Sony pony. Yeah. You know what made me a Sony pony? Xbox. Xbox turned me into this freak that you're listening to right now. Yeah, I love Sony and I love Nintendo because Microsoft couldn't be bothered to produce anything I care about. Like, you guys see it, don't you? You see how a lack of care and a lack of innovation over time drives people away from your product or service. Okay, I want to know how many of you actually own an iPhone. And the thing is iPhone has been criticized heavily for their lack of consumer friendliness. The fact that they could just remove things. Yeah, is what Epic Games did, like, reasonable? Not really. I mean, I see what they were trying to do and, you know, trying to persuade public opinion. Epic pulled a Microsoft there. What do I mean by that? Because Microsoft wants to convince you that exclusives are anti-consumer. And Unreal wants to influence you that Apple owning their own market is anti-consumer. And yeah, no, I fully agree. I own an Android because I can do whatever I want on an Android. You know what I can't do? Sit there and enjoy an iPhone because they could take anything away for any reason. Okay, look at Mixer. Look at Nokia. Right? Look at any acquisition that Microsoft has made. None of them pan out. Anytime Microsoft puts money into something, it doesn't last. It just doesn't. And I'm the first person to play a game that I've seen like this. Yeah. Sorry, bud. Sweet, I got a good skunk pelt. Obviously, you know I am playing a psychopath. And it's pretty fun. You wouldn't have these abilities to do this in the game if it didn't feel somewhat funny or something. These aren't real people. These aren't real animals. Okay? That's a big wolf. Okay, so I'm gonna ride into town with this guy on my... Oh wow, he didn't say anything. That's different. Maybe somebody dying of natural causes. I just there's no place for me to have two consoles that don't both have reasons to get them. Backwards compatibility is great.
What in the name of... You're not gonna...
I'm teaching this man respect. Later, pal. Oh, cool. Look at that. Damaged wheel. Anyways, you need to push a game to its limits. And playing it for the story isn't really seeing how much detail that they put into this. Oh boy. The reason I got the original Xbox was for one specific purpose. Fable. And Halo was kind of cool. At the time, I wasn't really into first-person shooters. I'm not big into first-person shooters, honestly. I never have been. I mean, I was into Doom. And Doom being exclusive, console exclusive on Xbox was a major sales point. So was Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. So was Fable. Wasn't really into racers much. And the cool thing about Deus Ex 2, Invisible War, was that it was built with the consoles in mind. To me, that means a lot, because you're going to have games that play best for the stuff that they are designed for, in general. And then you have smaller games, indies and all that, and those are cool. I'm not sure where Transistor falls, but I really enjoyed my time with Transistor. I really enjoyed Child of Light. That was a pretty cool experience. I haven't beaten it though, because that final boss is really hard. I just... there are many many aspects to games that you can find enjoyable. But you're not going to sell me on a system you're not going to sell me on, because I don't care what most games look like. I care about the experience that I get for my money. The experience is the only thing that matters. Okay, for instance, look at this rain. Look at these clouds. World building. Look at the way Arthur Morgan twisted himself in order to not rotate completely around. Look how beautiful this is. I understand it could be slightly more, maybe a lot more beautiful on an Xbox. But that's not what I'm going to... I'm not going to go out of my way to get a console that I don't need. I'm just not going to do it. And when you're not providing me with a reason to spend even $25 a month, oh, Games Pass is a good deal. Man, no, you know what's cheaper? Keeping my PlayStation 4, paying $60 a year, and getting PlayStation Plus. Oh, look, I could spend $120 a year and get PlayStation Plus, and in addition to PlayStation Plus, having access to PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now. Yeah, sorry, it's really hard to remember the PlayStation Now thing. But I just don't care enough about the experience Microsoft is quote-unquote offering. They lost me as a consumer after the 360. You know, the console with the highest fail rate in history. What kept me going back 3 more times? Exclusive games. And when they're telling you, oh, the gaming experience is better with gold. I'm not paying for Netflix to have to pay for gold to watch a game, and I'm not going to pay for a subscription to pay for another subscription, so that way I can actually watch the thing that I paid for. Oh, did they kill my horse? It's okay, it was on a loan from the bank. That looked like some MMO stuff right there when the cartridges popped up. I would like somebody to attempt to sell me on an Xbox. Like, actually attempting based on things I care about. If you're not going to sell me on something I care about, what use do I have for the conversation? Oh, well, how can I sell you on something that you already care about? Because I want games. You know I want games. What the hell? Alright. I'm a country western music star. Yeah, that's right. They call me Buck. Wow. That was awesome, guys. I know nobody's actively watching right now. You can all see that. I'm not going to pretend like anybody's actively watching right now. This is for people that want to watch later. Okay? Oh, man. This is such a great game. What are you doing? You're not playing the game. I'm playing. It's like when you have action figures that actually do stuff, so you're not just playing by yourself. Like, it's like, have you guys ever played Dungeons & Dragons? If you watch my other content, this to me is like the PlayStation 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2's coding is like the GM in a sandbox environment. Think the West Marches, for instance. Watch Matt Colville on that. Shout out to him. Shout out to King Thrash Gaming. He's also pretty awesome. He does, he swears sometimes. But if you're cool with that, that's awesome. Supernova. That guy swears too. When you make decisions on a purchase, there's this thing called mindshare. And mindshare is when you have an audience. An audience is a mindshare, essentially. What do these people think about a product overall, together? And you got to realize that products and services are built on trust.
Hey, mister. You. How come I find you after all this?
Oh, what happened? So, mindshare is important. And it's not like mind control or anything. I told you guys I'm a bad person. Okay? Oh, check this out. So, it's a hard day's work. Now, you notice how no bottles are disappearing? I'm not complaining about that. There's only so much you can do in a game world. Honestly, that would take much more resource time away from the developer. And in my opinion, they overdid a lot of what they did. Because remember when I was trying to get into that horse's pouch earlier, and he had to reach in, and he just couldn't do it? You know what? I'll give you Xbox fanboys a shout out. That never would ever happen on an Xbox. That would never happen on a PC. Yeah, never. Not in a million years. You know? Because PlayStation 4 is weak sauce. That's why I love it. Yeah. I like my weak sauce gaming. I like the fact that I have 0 people watching or commenting on my stuff. You know, I couldn't just be playing this for fun. I'm making... Oh my god, yeah. Nice and woozy. So, this is important. Drinking heavily is bad for you. I lost count, okay? I am too intoxicated to function. If you're a bad person, you do bad things, and well, when you do bad things to yourself, you're likely to do bad things to other people. So, the Bible says drink but don't get drunk, and I think this is there's a good reason for that, you know? I feel woozy. What's going on? Yeah, I don't feel so good. How did I get out here? See, that's the problem with drinking too much. I had some of that good Xbox Kool-Aid, and I don't know how I got here. I just don't get the mindset.
Come on, watch it. Hey, you! Yep.
Okay, now this is exciting. Am I a bad person? Oh my god, this is awesome. Yeah, I might be a bad person. Let's do this. Oh, I didn't die. That's amazing. Oh, how did the horse get down here? That's awesome. I've been working on the railroad. So, oh my god! Oh my god, that's awesome. Okay. Yeah, there's just a lot of really cool stuff in this game that you don't notice until it happens. And that is one of the hardest things to come across, because you don't know until you do it. And if you're just playing the story, you miss out on a lot of the hunting, you miss out on many little aspects. Yeah, the story touches on aspects of it, but like when you're just having fun, you're just having fun. I don't care. This world is beautiful, and I don't need a high-end PC to enjoy it. I don't need to update drivers and the game and the system and everything else independently as bad.
Evening.
Nice evening.
I just don't see the point in having a game
Welcome. After a ticket.
that simply disturbing the peace. Oh, it's murder? Really?
Bully somebody else. Dear, get away from me. What are you doing?
Once again, that glitch there, that can only happen on a PlayStation. You know, because PlayStation's weak, bro. It's built by clearly incompetent people. It has nothing to do with the game programming. You know, it's third party. But if it was first party, you know, then it'd be crap. It'd be trash. So, I want everybody to really consider what is up at stake right here. If you want game developers to be far more free to develop good games, then they need to focus on one target. You can't spread it out. Okay, so I don't know if any Xbox fans have graduated high school or college or anything, and that's not any, but some. But when I was in college, I had to decide where to put my effort on certain assignments because they had very close due dates, and some of them weighed more heavily on my grade than others. Okay, that's how the real world is. You have to make decisions based on what you're going to deliver. I've covered this already, I know. Am I beating it into the ground? Yes. I don't understand the mentality that you're going to ignore what developers say and push forward with hardware that doesn't make sense, but it's a true next-gen experience for a reason because a console developer said that it is. It's simply hard to have a standard that isn't being met. There's no defense for a company nowadays that fails its core audience. You guys remember what happened with Halo? Of course you do. They said, oh, well, COVID. But look at Insomniac. Insomniac has given us plenty to think about. All right. So, I just don't understand the mentality. Oh. So, I mean, this is cool. This kind of reminds me of Resident Evil right here. So, yeah. Gaming is about fun. Gaming's not about an agenda or just one console or a family of consoles. Gaming should ultimately be about fun. And I don't have The Last of Us 2 installed. I did buy it, but honestly, since this is the base PS4, I've only got so much storage space, and the games I have installed, Final Fantasy Remake and 7 Remake, sorry, and Red Dead 2, these are great experiences. That horse and I had a disagreement. Was it right what I did? No. But it's a game, and you can do it. You know, they have other games like this, the Manhunt franchise. There's only 2 games in the series, both of them were on the PS2, and I believe the original Xbox. But when those came out, I was still under 17, and if that's the type of experience you wanted, that's kind of what you got. Game developers wouldn't do all this stuff without the reason. Like, it's possible because it's possible. Your playstyle is your playstyle. Nobody should be telling you what gaming's about. And if I feel like wasting time doing something that's not connected to a story, that's on me. If I don't feel like platinuming every game I see, that's on me. I have 0 platinums. Do I care about platinums? No, I don't care about trophies or achievements. Although sometimes, if you do see a trophy or an achievement, and then you're like, oh, that'd be kind of fun to get. Yeah, I might get it just for kicks, but I don't. I don't go out of my way to just waste valuable time that I consider valuable to me to do things that other people designed for me. There was this one really cool part in Fallout 4 that was a set piece where you were riding the elevator down the side of that building and the super mutants were inside and the music picked up, and I was like, yes, that's amazing. And that, to my knowledge, that elevator ride was the only moment that felt like that. You could actually, you guys remember in Fallout 4 how there was the ship, the USS Constitution, I believe. You could actually take enough, like, psycho and stuff to slow down time and to increase your jump to make it on board that ship. And with psycho active and all that, like, time would slow down enough and it'll force you back. And once it crashed, you would die. And so, if you guys ever think about playing Fallout 4 again, try to hop on the Constitution when you launch that thing, okay? It's amazing. Everything is flying around to the point where it could hurt you.
Yes, you are.
And, oh, is that guy mad at me? Hey, I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry we had a misunderstanding. Look, I apologize.
No, please. Moaning won't help you. God darn Fire Nation!
What do you mean, what's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with me! Like, you play games to have fun. And even if that makes you... That's the first time I've done that. That was awesome. Like, okay, so... I'm... I am convinced that great games
Okay.
are designed
You're done for.
to be fun. The guy had no right to tell me I was done for after he was killing that other guy.
Yep. Hey, you need to stop. Yep.
Hey, get out of here. How about I blow your lamp out?
This what you Yep. Come on. Yep. Great.
Sorry, I'm blaming the horse for that one. Oh, something else you can do. You look at him and he's kind of muddy. Okay, you all see what I'm trying to do here, right? Well, that didn't work too well. Sometimes life is filled with disappointments.
You'll be sorry right now. You're gonna burn. I'm gonna watch you rock!
Oh, this is... You...
So, is anybody enjoying this?
Over there. Let him have it. Come on.
Stop jinning about and drop him. He's here. You dead, son. Shit. There they are. Shoot him dead. I found him.
Damn it.
I'm fixing to put one in your head.
Don't let him give us a fight.
Okay, so as you can see, when I ring the bell, it actually rocks it. And when I blow the whistle, it actually releases some steam. I mean, there are such intricate details here. You know, I don't think the law enforcement guys really like me in this. It's really cool when people head in front of the train and you just run them down.
Damn it.
Balls and get in there.
Put a bullet in his head. Take them down. Do it.
Ooh. I swear these guys have better guns than what they drop. The Springfield is honestly my favorite gun so far. I know I'm not that far of the story, so I don't really have much unlocked, but still, 1 to 2 shots for most people is amazing. Get a little mud on the tires. I really like the tomahawk and the throwing knives. So, the purpose of the game is to enjoy the game. That's it. And it doesn't matter what console it's on, but I'm not going to buy a console that plays the exact same games and less than what I'm playing. Yeah, it's possible. Oh man, this has been a fun experiment. I've never broadcast gameplay before. It's something I enjoy doing, apparently. It doesn't matter what I have to say. If you're getting an Xbox, please enjoy it. If you're getting the next Nintendo, I know you're going to enjoy it. And if you're getting the next PlayStation, you're probably going to enjoy it. Okay, you notice how I said I know you're going to enjoy the Nintendo. You're probably going to enjoy the PlayStation. And please enjoy the Xbox. I don't bear any system any ill will. They're all playing their own game. We all know this. But it's senseless to have people from the Nintendo camp telling either Microsoft or Sony that they're not real gamers unless they can take the system with them. Nobody's ever done that. Nobody has ever done that. PlayStation has never said you're not a real gamer unless you have exclusives. Yeah, a lot of fans say that. And Nintendo fans would agree, which leaves Microsoft Xbox out. And then Microsoft says you're not a real gamer unless you've sold the least consoles this generation. And they don't care about console sales. Like, and I don't know, I guess it's kind of the sore loser mentality of the generations. Like, a vision didn't work out, so they just gave up. I know I've done this one before, but it's still good fun. And if you're at home, you can enjoy this.
You need to stop, Crash. You get the hell away from me.
Oh, take it easy there, boy.
Hey there. Hello. sure run into some nice folks out this way.
This isn't fair.
You better stop right now. Hey there, mister.
Morning to you. Hold it, G. Hey, watch us. Take a step.
You ain't.
Whatever you say.
All right, then.
What on earth?
You stop right now.
Oh, that shit, no.
Think this through.
Okay, you're done for.
Son of a bitch. Let's put this son of a bitch down. Ah!
Okay, I'm really sorry, but you can't just sneak up on people like that, okay? You're under arrest. I'm the law. Oh man.
You expect in a dust storm, partner?
Don't worry about it.
See, as long as you're friendly to people, people don't care what you look like.
Hey, mister.
Too scared to let folks see your real face, huh?
Okay, well, don't let me keep you.
I can't do business with anyone with a mask on. Sorry. Do you want the law involved? Take that mask off.
Okay, did you see that? Did you guys see that? Yeah.
Would you like someone to take over for you?
Oh, sounds good, yeah. Thanks.
You can just leave it to me now. You let me know if you need anything, all right?
Always be nice to the ladies. Oh.
You'll leave this place feeling brand new, you know.
So how's it going?
Yes, not too bad.
Some parts of me probably ain't been this clean in months.
Well,
You guys know that I like to dive in like mud puddles.
Been a while since I've been able to relax like this.
oh, really?
Yeah, I'm a cliff jumper.
Aren't you so glad you dropped by?
All right, that's perfect. Thanks.
It was nice meeting you.
You run real good.
It's him! I want that man dead! Now!
Let's get in there.
That's him! Fire!
I'm just fine here.
Which one of you milksops is gonna do your duty and kill him? Hey, let's go! What the shit the hell, you piece of
Eventually they will give up. Look at this guy.
Got something here. God damn it! You gonna pay the price for law breaking? We got you some.
Who would walk in this hall? Who would walk in this hallway?
Found this, fellas.
They call this Dead Man's Hallway. I'm sorry. I didn't mean any harm. Come on, nobody's seen that before. Oh, well, that was fun. Alright, guys. Hey, thank you. You've been a blast. Even though nobody was here, I still had fun. I appreciate the time that I had. But I have to get going to that appointment. Alright. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out.